We haven't talked in a while. We are reformatting how we're shooting What's Happening. Do you want to talk about it, Paul?
Definitely. So we used to be recording this every week, and Kate, as much as I love meeting up with you every week and talking tech, we have decided to shift the format a little bit, and we're going to release a video every month. So this is the beginning of April. We're going to do a quick recap today of what happened in March in the world of tech, startups, and of course apps. And hopefully this is something that people are going to appreciate and tune in both on YouTube as well as other places like TikTok, Instagram, and all the other the usual suspects of social media networks that we'll be releasing this onto.
Absolutely. All right, Paul, as you mentioned, it's now April 2023. So where should we start? What's happening?
Okay, let's start with Silicon Valley Bank. There was a meltdown last month. There was a lot of panic, not least on Twitter, where the tech pros were having personal meltdowns. Kate, you're probably more poised than I am to describe exactly what happened. You want to give the recap of what happened at SVB and why it mattered?
Yes. So, quick summary. SVB was a very tech-friendly bank. In fact, 50% of US VC-backed startups were SVB customers. And decisions were made when interest rates were low that unfortunately backfired when they began to rise again. And customers started making withdrawals. The panic led to a bank run that was fueled by social media speculation. So it's been a tough month for SVB.
Yeah, tough month for SVB and for all of their customers. There was a threat that companies, individuals would lose all of their deposits, which would have been a huge event, and it would have rippled far further than it did. Thankfully, the feds stepped in, secured the deposits, and as far as I know, everyone has been made whole again. And hopefully, it has prevented any other spiral of U.S. banking. The banking system. Though it has spread through Europe, I think Credit Suisse was the largest bank that has also needed to be rescued. Again, this was a big deal, but thankfully, I think limited, and hopefully the trust in the system has been restored. These things happen.
Definitely. All right, Paul, so OpenAI has made some huge changes this month. ChatGPT, GPT-4, what's going on?
Yeah, ChatGPT is just spectacular. It has really rocked the world of tech, and it's going to spread everywhere. There's no doubt about it. Last month was no exception. Innovation is happening at a rapid pace. Start of the month, ChatGPT API was released. That means like development teams like us can interact with the system, use this generative AI to really create core solutions to some of the problems that we face every day. And we have already interacted, and we're actually integrating with one of our apps, or one of our brightest startups is in the mental wellness space. We're using ChatGPT to help young people create mission statements, so to make that process a little bit more simple. And we were excited yesterday. We got to demo this in front of all the team, but we'll talk a little bit about that in a moment.
It was so cool. It's been really, really exciting. All these changes just in the past month. It's been
That's
really
right.
wild.
Yeah, ChatGPT, the engine GPT-4 was released. We've been using GPT-3 or GPT 3.5 is what it's been called. But this model is based on like a 2020 system. It turns out last year that even OpenAI employees were surprised to hear that they were going to launch ahead of GPT-4's release. This was an executive decision that obviously had huge ramifications, potentially one of the biggest, most impactful business decisions of all time, because OpenAI has exploded. It has caused ripples, and even with the release of ChatGPT and GPT-4, it's much better. The models are stronger and it's more powerful. But the revolution had already kicked off, and that leads to Microsoft's power grab, and this sleeping giant in some ways, Microsoft, that has gone gangbusters. They've fueled by ChatGPT and the huge investment they've made in OpenAI. They have released another version of Copilot, that's Copilot X, that's going to further fuel developer abilities and impact on in their own work lives. They've integrated Bing with OpenAI. They have brought OpenAI and ChatGPT into the Office suite. They have taken leaps and bounds forward, and it's incredible to see. It really is, and Microsoft suddenly look like the new kid on the block. The rate of pace for such a mammoth company is unheard of before. It's incredible.
For sure. And Paul, speaking of Microsoft, this is a fun one. So we've always been big fans of Notion at 3 Advance. It's what we build our newsletters in. We use it every day.
That's right.
And Microsoft, they wanted a little piece of the Notion collaboration tool puzzle as well. So they've launched their collaboration tool version called Loop. And let's see, it's a Notion competitor and it's in public preview, and it's set to do just as well as Notion. So really interested to see how this goes.
It's a big deal. We've seen teams come along and really pick up and take on Slack. We love Slack at 3 Advanced. We love Notion. But Microsoft is really tackling all these very successful, almost niche tools and bringing them to the masses. And I think Loop is going to have the same effect. SharePoint has been the only sort of alternative in the Microsoft wheelhouse to be used as this kind of like internal knowledge base or, an intranet, for want of a better word. Loop is poised to really bring sort of like really great UX and functionality that I think is going to be hugely beneficial to anyone on the Microsoft stack. And of course, it's powered by OpenAI's GPT-4 too. So, they're taking advantage of that position as well.
Paul, would you use Loop or prefer Notion?
I'm going to check it out. I haven't delved in just yet, admittedly, but, I love Notion and,
me too.
I'm all about the little guys popping up and really innovating. Yeah. I don't want to jump back fully into Microsoft stack just yet. I'll be on the Notion train for a little bit longer.
Same here. Well, Paul, this was a really big month internally as well, and you went to South by Southwest.
I did. South by Southwest was a blast. I went for the tech, I stayed for the music. But most of all, I think the highlight of South by Southwest was meeting up with the 3 Advanced team down in Austin. We have a handful of our folks down and around the ATX area, and meeting up with them and celebrating St. Patrick's Day obviously is something that I make sure to happen, but doing that with the 3 Advanced team down there was definitely my highlight of the month. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's so awesome. It's so cool that we basically have a second headquarters in Austin.
That's right. Yeah, I know, it's pretty exciting. But then on the team front, there is some bittersweet news. Kate, you can tell us about this. What's going on at 3 Advanced.
So our beloved senior server developer, Connor, he is moving on. He had an incredible opportunity to join Talentai as their new CTO, which is such an incredible opportunity, and we're so excited for Connor, but we absolutely will miss him and wish him all the best.
Absolutely. Connor's been with us about 5 years, a model developer. His attitude's been spectacular. He's a force of good. And I think he's going to make a great impact here. This company that he's taken a CTO position, they focus on improving diversity in hiring, and they're using AI to improve that, as opposed to some of the recent advances in AI that have almost added to the bias in recruiting. So it's a fantastic mission-driven company, but also one that I think is going to be a lot more successful now that it has Connor on board. So really exciting to see.
Absolutely. So cool. All right, Paul, so Lunch and Learn, we got a little taste of the ChatGPT extension and lots of other really cool things. What's happening here?
Totally. We'll wrap up our What's Happening video this week by talking about Lunch and Learn. We do this 1 hour demo and introduction and sort of like just talk with our team internally what each of us are working on, and demo some of the fun stuff that we've done. And yesterday it was all about ChatGPT. We're blown away by it. We demoed, that the mission statement generator that we created for Brighton. That's one of our clients in the mental wellness space that's going to go live this summer. Well, Darren actually created a Slack plugin that allows us to basically proof of concept this mission statement generator. So basically you pick a few words that resonate with you. It could be kindness, environment, technology, and ask ChatGPT to create a mission statement for you in a funny tone, in a formal tone, whatever way you want. Yes. And some of the results of that are spectacular, and we're gearing up to introduce that for real in the summer when we go live with the Brighton app. So it's a really big opportunity for us to both use ChatGPT and also make an impact and help people overcome procrastination when we're asking for a difficult task to be done within one of our apps and the user experience. So I think it's going to be really successful, and it just shows how ChatGPT can be used both to save tons of development time as well as provide a diversity and range of options for people to be able to choose and sort of inspire them to build from there. So it's really, really cool.
Definitely. Paul, it was really fun watching you give the demo, and just everyone was blown away by all of this. It was really, really cool. Always appreciate your demos.
It's mesmerizing, really. ChatGPT has blown me away, and everyone in the team, it's amazing how they've picked up and really trying to see how they can integrate some of these new AI tools into their workflows. One of the fun demos we saw yesterday was the creation of a Chrome extension. And, I think it was like it took 8 minutes to create a Chrome extension to pull some data from Google Drive and be able to pop it over to Notion. And, this comes with, zero knowledge or experience of creating Chrome extensions before. And within a few minutes, it was created. And, we're seeing opportunities for this in every one of our client projects. OpenAI, ChatGPT is really super powering what we're capable of. And that means for all of our clients, what they're capable of. Every company now is going to be an AI company. There's no doubt about it. If your tech does not take advantage, if your people don't take advantage of these new tools that are available, you're going to be left behind. And I know we're here not just to build apps, but we're here to educate and really help people take advantage of all these, this wealth of new tooling that's available. And I think it's going to be hugely successful for us and every single client that works with us. So super exciting.
Absolutely. So cool. All right. Well, Paul, we had a great March. I'm looking forward to next month. And excellent. I will catch you in April.
Sounds great. Take it easy, Kate.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.